Now, the whole point of this tutorial is that I'm going to showcase the use of what was previously Pandas profiling and is now Y data profiling. In order to use this package to go ahead and create instant exploratory data analysis reporting. So something that will show us all of the details around the data frame, the data set that we are using, um, and exploring and to understand what we're working with more clearly. I will go ahead and show some of the more brief methods that you can use just within standard pandas to also get some views around metadata. But really where we should start is with the documentation. So if you want to go to pypi.org/project/pandas-profiling, you will come to the documentation. Great place to begin. And you can see, first of all, the actual pip install naming there. And as I said, you should really be using Y data profiling instead of Pandas profiling. Now, I will go ahead and just sort of scroll down here and go over some of the core information. So Pandas profiling, here we go. We can see the primary goal is to provide one line exploratory data analysis experience in a consistent and fast solution. So the code that we'll be looking at today will just span over a few lines just to show different methods, and we'll round it off with generating one of these nice exportable reports. So like the pandas dataframe.describe function delivers an extended analysis of a data frame in a nice reportable format, in a nice package, and it allows the data analysis to be exported or shown within our code notebook. So we'll look at both of those methods of doing it. And without further ado, we can go ahead now and look at the actual code required to build this out and get our nice EDA instant report. In order to go ahead and start writing the code, I'm actually on Google Colab using the URL at the top of the screen. The reason for that, it works in the same way as Jupyter Notebook. Notebook's obviously with Python essential for things like exploratory data analysis, whilst simultaneously potentially visualizing data and adding some code and explanation, some more statistical analysis as well. Google Colab is just user-friendly. It allows novices to just, rather than installing something like Jupyter Notebooks, to connect to the web and go ahead. So there's a few things we need to do to explore basic metadata in Pandas and then generating that all-important automatic report. The first thing, we need to install ydata-profiling. Now I've already got this installed, so you'll see this. It should load up for you. Separately, you can obviously install this in the terminal or the command prompt on Windows. We're using Y data profiling. Previously, this was pip install pandas profiling. Pandas profiling should still work. It will come with a deprecation warning, and soon that functionality will be turned off, so it's easier to use Y data profiling. And it's just a name change, specifically, I believe, referencing Y data, the importance of profiling for big data sets. Now we need to import our dependencies, so we can import pandas as that common alias as PD, and then from Y data profiling, this time with an underscore, we need to import profile report, which is actually just going to go ahead and allow us to create that profile object. Next, I have a data set I've taken from Kaggle. It's just called iFood. It's just marketing analysis on competition, performance, and some variables. So what I need to do here is actually load this CSV file into a Pandas data frame, which is very easy. If you've used Pandas before, you'll know. We just create a data frame variable. I'll just do lowercase df, very common again, and set that equal to pd.read_csv, and I can just copy the path. I have this folder, or this file, saved within my runtime, so I can just reference it here directly. If you're referencing from your local machine, you might need to read it in as raw string with the R, and then you can just copy its path with Shift and right click. So now, like I said, we can use some of the standard pandas metadata just to show you how much more powerful the instant exploratory data analysis report that we'll generate is. Now we can actually, instead of just printing the data frame, I can click df.head, and 10 just to show the first 10 rows. We have things like income, we have a lot of true or false binary fields where we're looking at things like whether there's children in the house. We've got fields like recency, and it's just essentially standard data within one table. Now, what we can do here is just write df.shape, and that will show us the rows and columns available. So we have 2,205 rows and 39 columns. And then we've got another function that we can use for metadata, just df.info. This will provide information around our data frame, and verbose is equal to true to get that summary information. So again, we're sort of going over what we covered before, the rows and columns. Here we have whether they're not null, whether they contain null values, and also the data type, float being a decimal, and integer, of course, just being a standard numeric, so integer 64 there. Now, that's all well and good, but what we're going to discover now is by writing 2 lines of code, we can go ahead and actually get all of this and much more detail in a dynamic format with filters and so on, and generate a report out of it. So we need to set a variable. We're just going to call it profile, and we're going to use this profile report. And what we want, this is the core functionality, by the way, of Pandas profiling. We want to reference the data frame. That's what we actually want to generate the report on. And we can just give it a title. So I'll just give it a title as marketing analysis. And this is going to be essentially the only thing that we're choosing to hard code into this report. So I'll just call it marketing analysis data report. And I can run this. That process is fine. And next, all I need to do is just type in the name of the variable, which was profile, and this is going to start generating. So I've fast forwarded this, set the speed up here so that you don't have to wait. I think it executed in about 1 minute and 35 seconds, so not long at all. Between 1 and 2 minutes, you should be fine. And what this will do is just go through a few phases. It will summarize the data set. After that, it will then go ahead and start to render the appropriate HTML reports and the structure. So obviously I've skipped through, but then this will come to a natural end, and you, within the notebook, we'll look at 2 methods, but first of all, within the notebook, we get this handy marketing analysis data report. And this is our EDA report that references an overview, variables, interactions, and so on. So straight off from the overview, we cover a lot of the sort of information that we would have covered within that standard Pandas metadata. So we've got things like missing values, we've got, the structure there, and then we can go into more in-depth things. So we've got variables, and we can actually go ahead, what's quite interesting here, select. So there's a bit of filtering or slicing data and looking at certain dimensions or attributes. We get a classification of that variable. So income is a real number, whereas you have some categorical data and things. We can look at interactions between different variables, so things like correlation and heat maps. And here in the correlation, again, very interesting, we can see how certain fields interact with each other. So it saves us having to do a lot of that standard visualization that you may have within Seaborn or Matplotlib, or even tools like other data analysis tools like Plotly. But we can go ahead. The X and Y axis isn't great because we have a lot of fields and it's just sort of a standard out the box visualization. But we could see how things like incomes relate to totals very strongly. Obviously, the darker the blue, the higher the chance of correlation. So this is really valuable. We've got things like missing values. If you don't want to scroll downwards, you can go ahead and navigate horizontally and look at a lot of these aspects. Again, we have a sample, which is just essentially what we did with the head when we were referencing the data frame, and also the tail with the last rows. And also we can look into duplicate rows. So that's really powerful, and it's a really good way to go ahead and generate an automated report. However, we have been viewing this within our notebook, within Google Colab, or likely be Jupyter if you're doing this as well. But what we can do is actually we can take the name of our variable and we can actually set this to um, download to a file, and it's within HTML format. So we just need to specify a name for our file. And once we've saved this and downloaded this, we can just load this up in the web as it's a HTML file, and we'll get the exact same detail, just within a more navigation-friendly format because it's not held within a notebook. And when we do that and run this, that will export much quicker. And as you can see, if I was to go into my runtime files, you would see it there. I could go ahead and download it locally and load it within the web, but that's there. So really useful package to get used to, Y data profiling, and it will give you a lot of metadata within an instance. So feel free to try it out, and feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you.